What is up, Edison Duelist? This is Dionysus, aka Young Puds, coming at you guys with some more shameless, hype beast, Gigavise content. Folks, I am always on the hunt, on the prowl, trying to sniff out the best new innovations in Gigavise. And it's been really helpful to have a lot of you guys in the Discord talking shop with me, discussing ideas and improvements for the deck. And today, believe it or not, a user had a good question. I believe this was NB96 says, has anyone thought about cutting the SSN Dandy Foolish second copy package for some other strats to find Lone Fire? For example, something like this with the extra card slots. And he did post this deck list as an example. And, you know, me personally, I gotta say, I think Super Solar Nutrient has been one of the best innovations that have come about in the past few months of Gigavise. I think it is really, really helpful, mostly for converting Copy Plant and Nettles, making them no longer be bricks and instead letting them be live. However, I do also agree that SSN can contribute to some of the unplayable hands. I would, from where I'm sitting right now, say that, I think might be a little bit of a skill issue, folks. I think that there's a lot of these unplayable hands that you can manage to survive if you just think a little creatively. You can find a way to hold on until you get to Lone Fire, and then you can eventually win. However, I am not so proud to say that it's not even worth trying it out. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. I've put together this list. We have some fun ideas going on in the side deck. Going to try out the Soul Exchange package. We have some Cyber Dragons as well. I think Cyber Dragon is nice because it can actually be a conversion for the Nettles. If you hard draw Nettles along with Cyber Dragon, you can just make a Power Tool Dragon or a Black Rose or something like that. That's pretty good, right? So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and jump on to ladder with this version of the deck. We'll be playing on the Young Punts account, of course, where we are sitting right at 400 rating, and we are queuing up against Flashy with 3 Ys. Flashy here is sitting at a very respectable 836. That is, at least last time I looked at the ladder, going to be somewhere in the top 40, maybe even top 40 Edison Duelist at the time. So clearly we're up against a real opponent, and we are finding ourselves having a perfectly fine hand. This is a hand that I'd be, used to seeing in a standard build. This is just Gigavise tried and true, right? We've got a sweeper. We've got almost combo in the form of Miracle Fertilizer. This build is choosing to not play Foolish Burial, I guess because we're not playing Dandelion, so it seems like the utility of it has been a little diminished. But I will say, one thing I really like about Foolish is that we can find a way to turn on Miracle Fertilizer. However, we've just drawn Gores for turn, so I'm going to stop complaining. I think this is a fine position. We're going to be totally free to just kind of sit back, relax, and let our opponent play into our Gores. And it looks like he's at least going to do that a little bit. He'll go ahead and drop an Armageddon Knight, send a Vayu to grave, so we're up against Vayu. I'm going to take the 1400, and folks, I'm going to choose to not drop Gores here. Speaking of drop, that is not a good draw. We are just going to drop that right into the graveyard and pass it back. So glad I held on to the Gores. We'll take another 1400 here. And now I think I'm going to go ahead and use Miracle Fusion to bring back the Titanial. If he puts another back row on the field, then I might consider dropping the Heavy Storm now. But it looks like he didn't, so maybe we're just going to be trading 1 for 1. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. That is going to be a Royal Oppression. So that's a little annoying. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But we can go ahead and use the Hidden Armory here. Ooh, hitting Morphing Jar. Probably would have liked to draw that, but what can you do? We'll pick up the DDR, and then we're going to pass once again. I'm thinking now that Royal Oppression is on the field, things are getting a little dicier. It might be time to consider a little bit of a Gores, and he's going to definitely be forcing our hand because here comes another Armageddon Knight with a Sirocco. So he is going to be dropping the armed wing on us. Let me do some quick math here. So that's looking like 51. And I think I'm going to take everything and drop the gores on the last bit of damage. What do you guys say? Maybe I should drop it now, but you know, I'm going to do it like this. What could I say? Let's really just try and give ourselves the strongest field that we possibly could have to try and get through this. And wouldn't you know it, of course, my keyboard is not working. I hate it when that happens. There we go. And now he's going to set heavily into everything. We're going to pick up a Sangan. That's, you know, not super useful. I'm going to drop the Heavy Storm. I'm guessing he probably has Solemn Judgment. Yeah, he does. Okay. I guess we just go attack position. And, you know, if he has Mirror Force, so be it. What are you going to do? We'll get over the armed wing as well. Oh, he's got a deep prison for us there. That's unfortunate. Okay, so now we can just set the Sangan and we can set the Threatening Roar and then pass it off. And ooh, MST there. That's very unfortunate. Does he have one more monster to put onto the field? Show us that monster, dog, and we'll go right to game 2. Caius. Very clean. All right. So, you know, that happened. That was a little unfortunate. Vayu Turbo, I'm thinking MST for sure. Decree for sure. These seem good. Threatening Roar we could probably take out. Maybe we don't want it to put in the... We're going first after all. I don't know. That seems alright. I'd probably like to have Book of Moon in this side. I think we'll change that a little bit later, folks. I think when we're going second, we'll put in the Soul X package. But this is going to be fine for now. Yeah, okay. Alright, dog. What do you say? What do you say? How have your guys' weeks been going? It's been really nice weather here. I've gotten a nice bike ride in. My strategy, you know, when I bike ride, it's... I always like to be going somewhere where maybe I haven't been before exactly. I think it's really fun to kind of ride until you're lost and then try and figure out your way back home. You know, of course, I have my phone for maps, which I'll use from time to time. But then also, you know, just kind of try and intuit it. Just, you know, practice thinking about my internal compass. I remember when I was a kid, I'd be like really bored in class. And so I'd kind of like retrace the steps I'd taken to walk to school to figure out, you know, which, I think we just set the damage condenser here. We can always play next turn. To like figure out which direction I was facing. I was like, I know my house faces north, so then, you know, I left my house and turned left. So then, okay, so then I was going west, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, look at this. So now we get damage condenser off. And we're just going to get a lone fire for free. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good to me. He's got Mind Crush coming in against us. Glad to see that build. Mind Crush is just at 1 in Edison format. Anyway, so I like to go on bike rides. And, you know, I was going on one after work. I think it was Monday. And, you know, the tricky thing is then I was like, well, oh, wow. And we draw Supervise for turn? That's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. Let's go ahead and Heavy Storm. It's a bottomless. That's fine by me. We'll get Gigaplan out here. And... You know, we lose to... we lose to Crow if we just do the Supervise now. That's okay, though. Yeah, let's just go for it. All good? No crow? No crow. Love to see it. Oh, and I guess we had the nettles in there. Ha. Ah, folks, there was a nettles all along. There was a nettles all along. Can you believe it? All this time, there was a nettles. He's giving us the keep going. We're just going to go ahead. Anyways, so I go on a nice bike ride, and I wasn't really thinking, and just, oh, so now you crow. Now you crow. I see how it is, dog. All right. All right. You think you're slick? He thinks he's slick. This guy imagines himself to be some sort of slick cat. You know what I mean? But hey, it's not gonna fly. That's not gonna fly at all. We can just do this. Are you ready? DDR, discard, Gigaplant, normal summon, effect, special summon, effect, titanial, mark of the rose, banish, yoink, effect, just one. Just one. That's all we need. Just to get it over 500 attack. That's GG, bro. You got Jors, the Gemissary of Jarkness. Well, anyways, so speaking of Gemissaries of Jarkness, I was just wearing all black just because that's what I had on. And I was biking, and I bike really far away from home. And, you know, the thing about, like, you're biking further and further away, every time you pass over, you know, like a highway or a river or train tracks or something like that, you know, like, okay, I'm going to have to get back across those when I'm coming back in the opposite direction. And I don't know about you guys, but if I'm going on a bike ride or something, I don't think it's fun to just do like an out and back. Like if I can make it a loop, I always want to make it a loop. And so I get pretty far away from home, and then I decide, oh, you know, I don't want to take this one route that I know I can take to kind of loop back around. So I decide I want to go a little further out. And then before I know it, I go under the highway. So now I'm like, okay, now I'm going to have to, you know, find my way to go over the back, you know, across the highway to get back. And then I'm passing over some train tracks, and I'm like, oh man, so now that's two obstacles. And then before I know it, I come across a river, and I'm going over the river, and you know, and I can kind of look upstream, and I'm not seeing, you know, any bridges, at least before the river bend. So I'm like, oh man, you know, have I done it? But surely, you know, surely if I just keep biking, I'll find my way out. Okay, sure. Goodbye, Nettles. Goodbye, Nettles. And so anyways, so I keep on biking. And then finally I get to the point where I'm like, all right, I better look at a map, because if I just keep going further away from home, it's going to be all dark. And I test the lights on my bike, and I should have done this before I started my ride. But wouldn't you know it, folks, my headlights on my bike are dead. So I'm gonna have to get home before the sun goes down, because you know I kind of live out in the boonies a little bit, you know. So there's not a lot of light. There's certainly not street lights or anything, and you know, especially at night, cars are whipping on these country roads really, really fast. So I'm like, all right, we got to make it home, and I did make it home, and it was great. I think it ended up being just like 26 miles or something like that. So, you know, all things considered, a pretty small bike ride, but I did have a lot of fun doing it. What else have I been getting up to? Wow, if this is a Ryko, we're hosed. Well, I've been doing a little bit of Stairmaster cardio. I really like the Stairmaster. I think if I try and do cardio in the gym normally on like a treadmill or the bikes, or God forbid the ellipticals, let's all say what we've all been thinking, guys. The elliptical, that's a toy. That's not an exercise machine. It's too fun. There's no suffering involved. That's just not it. We shuffled. Yeah, you guys saw me shuffle. God is my witness. I shuffled. Let's get this out of here. Yeah, I even resolved Hidden Armory. That's funny. I bet he's mad. Are you mad? Why do they have to be mad? It's only a game. Anyways, so the cardio machines. I like the Stairmaster best. I get on the Stairmaster, and I've done an hour on the Stairmaster enough times. I used to do it every day that now, even though I'm fat and I'm out of shape, it's still like I can't let myself get off before I hit that hour. And if I do get off before the hour's up, I feel like a disgusting failure. You know what I mean? And you never want to feel like a disgusting failure. Um, Speaking of disgusting, let's see. Damage condenser here. He knows I have this, so he's probably not gonna attack, right? Worse. Oh, he's gonna Sirocco. Um, I mean, you got to do it, right? What do we discard? What do we discard, guys? Um, DDR plays around bottom left. Yeah, we discard Mark of the Rose. All right. Miracle Fertilizer. That's a good draw. Oppression. Oh, jeez. When I said that, I didn't mean to actually, summon oppression. I meant to just kind of be like, oh, no way, that's oppression. Okay. Maybe we can rip Trunade off the top. Sounds good, dude. Oh no! Where's Breaker when you need him? Am I right, guys? Honestly, I don't even think Breaker would be enough. Got two things. Yeah, that's it. All right, GG, well played. Okay, I think there's some potential here. Let's clean up this side deck a little bit. I'd like Breaker, please. I'd like 2 Breaker. And what else would I like? Oh, we said Book of Moon. And let's do the one of Chalice. I like Chalice a lot. I'm liking that. I've been playing that for real as well. And I think it's been performing pretty well. So let's give this another crack. That was tough. I think honestly that was more of a side deck issue than anything else. And so we're gonna lose the die roll again. And but that's what this is about, right? This list is about overcoming the bad situations that Gigavise is presenting. And right off the bat, we are getting a very fun hand with Morphing Jar. What a great card to get to see, to get to use. Let's just go for it. We'll set 3. Set Morphing Jar. You're on frogs anyways, Mr. No Social Skills. Mr. No Social Skills. So anyways, so the Stairmaster. I like climbing the Stairmaster. I think it's really like it's type 2 fun. What do you guys know about the different types of fun? Are you familiar with this? You don't have to banish. You don't have to do that. Does he know that he doesn't have to banish with DD Warrior Lady? He could just leave it up, and now that's my problem. But maybe we don't know that. Okay. Wow. That's really good. We drew Fur and Hidden Armory, and we have Giga and Copy in the graveyard. We have Trunade going. Slate Warrior United We Stand. This looks like, no joke, this looks like the deck that I played, like when I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I think I've talked about it a little bit before. It was Blackwing Harpies. And I thought like Mage Power and United Stand were the most broken cards imaginable. So I was just trying to go really wide with like Harpy Lady, Elegant Egotist, get more Harpies on the field, and then I'd have a really big United We Stand. I think I played like Harpy's Pet Dragon even, and I was just like, all right, it's really big. It's got 7,000 attack points. What are you going to do against my 7,000 attack point monster? And then they would go, Book of Moon, GG, something like that. Anyways, this is a great situation to be in. Oh, let's think for a little bit here, just to make sure we're not missing anything. Yeah, this is fine. Then, ooh, that's nice. Get supervised. He's playing Treeborn, so I don't think there's any back row that we're gonna have to worry about. So let's go ahead and use this now. We'll use that now, so then we have that again for later. And then we can just go ahead and make a Power Tool Dragon. Let's see. We'd probably just pick up Mark of the Rose here. We already have the 1 DDR. Hopefully we're going to win this turn anyway, so we don't need it, but nevertheless. You know what I like here? We can go supervise on Gigaplant. Bring back... Oh, guys, do you see it? This is about to get out of hand. This is about to get out of control. My goodness. My goodness gracious me. There you go. So we banish this, right? And then we go DDR, discard this, special summon. Oh, he didn't let us do the full combo. We were going to put Brio onto the field so we could loot Fertilizer and also clear his monster and also end with like a line that plays through Gores. That's a shame that we didn't get to do that. That would have been really fun. What is he on? He's on something weird, something not good. I don't know. Let's just put in Book of the Moon. Trap Stun seems not so good. I think we could probably take out a Decon and we could take out the Threatening Roars too. Not Breaker. Let's do 1 Lightning Vortex. How about that? Seems pretty good. Okay. Alright. So I don't think this build is bad necessarily, but you know, it's tricky because a lot of these Gigavise builds are just gonna win because of you know, the power of the Gigavise cards. And I think this deck... Oh, we've drawn Morphing Jar again. Maybe Morphing Jar is good. This card actually seems kind of insane here, folks. Like, look what we're about to do to him. We'll upstart Mark of the Rose. That's fine. And yeah, let's just set 5. Surely nothing can go wrong. Surely nothing can go wrong. In fact, if you think about it, it's impossible for things to go wrong. Anyways, so I've been getting lots of my cardio in. Stairmasters, you know, bike rides. And, oh no. That's terrible. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I want a Torrential here. I want 2 Torrential here. Get that out of here. That's a shame. I would have liked to have resolved Morphing Jar a second time. Supervise. Cool. We'll just pass. All we have to do now is find Lone Fire Blossom. Good thing we sided out one of those damage condensers. Am I right? Blind Space into 4 sets. Folks, I don't think that is ever correct. I mean, he hit a Mirror Force. That's cool, you know. But, Blind Space into 4 sets. I don't know. I don't know about that one, guys. Oh, and then here's Gores. That's a bit of a conflict of interest. Especially because that Mark of the Rose is just stuck there now. I've been talking all this smack, and we could totally just get dunked on by Slate Warrior Swing a million times. There's Gigaplant. One step closer to being dunked on by Slate Warrior Swing a million times. Okay. Drastic times call for drastic measures. So here we're gonna take 1900. And then we're going to use Chalice on this Slate Warrior and MST on our own Mark of the Rose. And then we're going to take 1900 and drop Gores. That was awful. That was disgusting. That was awful. I didn't like having to do that. Yuck. Yuck. Maybe, you know, we should have foreseen the probability of Gores and just... not set the Mark of the Rose. What can you do, though? Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Jeez. I could put the Gigaplant on the field, but I don't love the idea of it losing 1900 attack points. Bad enough that Gores is going to lose it. I think we just crash. And I think just take it for what it is. Have Solemn Judgment. Yeah. All right. Drawing. Lightning Vortex. Not over yet. We're swinging for 22. You have a Gores of your own, sir? He does. Look at that. Well, I mean, you have to. You have to Lightning Vortex. You have to Lightning Vortex there. That's just what you have to do. So, anyways, on top of all my cardio, you know, I've been hitting the weights. I do a nice little tasteful upper body, lower body split. Just, you know, nothing fancy. Just a bunch of compound movements, you know. I focus on my overhead press, my bench press, my my rows, my squats, my deadlifts. Nothing crazy. You know, I like to keep it simple. You know, nothing too fancy. Just trying to be consistent, trying to keep that good habit. I'm gonna do upper body today after I get finished recording this video, and I gotta say I'm pretty excited for it. You know, nothing like a little bit of an upper body day get you feeling good. You know what I mean? That's what I always say. That's I think a lot of you guys would say that too. What's your guys' favorite lift? Let me know down in the comments what your guys' favorite lift is. If you don't have a favorite lift, maybe you don't do any type of strength training. I'm really gonna have to use Solemn Judgment on United We Stand. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. There's no two ways about it. That's just gross. 1 out of 2. Standby main. Well, fertilizer, sure. Put the Gigaplant on the field. And we'll have Gigaplant go over Kaiku. And then this could come back anyways, and I'm going to put the Gores into defense position. Because that way, if you put a Monarch on the field, we don't just lose instantly. I know you don't have another equip, because you would have put that on Kaiku. Nice. Okay, alright. Here we go. You love to see it. You love to see it. That's what you do. Love to see it. We'll normal summon Lone Fire. Yeah, let's just use Lone Fire's effect. What do we get here? What could that set be? Could that set be anything? I feel like maybe he's just on some sort of like anti-meta nonsense. Maybe it's another DD Warrior Lady. I don't know. I think we're always going for both Lone Fires here. And I mean, I guess we can get Titanial out with this one, and then we can give Gigaplant the Supervise and bring back Lone Fire, excuse me, and go for Power Tool. Power Tool Dragon. And then we'll just have it round up. 66% always rounds up to 100%. We'll get another Mark of the Rose. I shouldn't have said that, because then look at that. We literally did get another Mark of the Rose. That's not good. Attack. Oh, I could have Mark of the Rose the Treeborn Frog. Darn. What do you have here? Marshmallow. Marshmallow for game. Oh my god, dude. I can't even be mad at that. We just got Marshmallow for game. Dunked on. Dunked on. Over. Destroyed. That's terrible. My goodness, dude. Wow. I mean, You know, what can I say? Uh, I got Marshmallow dunked on for game. That's if we'd made Black Rose Dragon, we could just put Marshmallow in attack position and won just like there. But I wasn't expecting Marshmallow. I wasn't, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just was not expecting Marshmallow. I think this is gonna be funny. I'm gonna set this, and then I'm going to Solemn Judgment his normal summon, but he's probably just gonna set something. Oh, don't do that, dude. Bro, don't do that. No. No. That's terrible. And the special Sidra. Jeez, we're in trouble. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose to this United We Stand deck. Okay, well, he had 2 summons, so the plan was bad anyways. And now he's setting. Good. Okay, play around Morphing Jar. That's right. Take 1,500. That's way more than 1,500. Okay, alright. Once again, we have drawn Jor's the Gemissary of Jarkness with Chalice already set on the field. My gosh, that sucks. Okay. Yeah, we'll take 21. And then on the 15, we'll pump Chalice up and we'll drop Gores again. Well, Gores is keeping us in the fight, if nothing else. You can't do that. Can't use bottomless damage step. Sorry, dude. Cannot be done. It is not allowed. Have to put that bottomless right on back. I'm so glad he's not fighting me on that. Imagine he's fighting me on that. Then we just have to sit here and get fought on that. Okay. All right. Okay. Gold Sark. That's totally fine. Have you guys ever heard the phrase, we're so back? Because I'm thinking we're so back. He had Mirror Force. He had Mirror Force. Oh my gosh, and he has bottomless, and we don't have enough cards, and we just lose to Mirror Force now. Or we just lose. Like one more card and then it just wouldn't matter. Because then we could just DDR after the bottomless. But yeah, that's pretty terrible, guys. Okay. So we have to do, gosh, this is terrible. You have to do something like this. Discard. This is like just to stay alive. We lose otherwise. We don't do both Lone Fires. Oh, we don't have Dandelion in this deck. We don't have Dandelion in this deck, dude. Okay, so this concludes my thesis on why we don't play this list. I think it's an interesting idea, but Dandelion, super good card. These are the situations where it's useful. Dandelion is a card that's going to help you live longer. It's going to help you live longer to find your combo. SSN is a card that is going to make drawing Nettles not a complete brick. I will admit I definitely didn't play that match perfectly, but I think with a much better list, it would not have gone quite so terribly. So, thank you for the suggestion. I'm glad we tried it out. Obviously, that was just 2 games, and maybe it is worth more testing. But from where I'm sitting, I would not be playing this version of the deck again. I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more shameless hypebeast Gigavise content. In the meantime, please leave a comment down below. Drop a subscription onto the channel. Please subscribe. I really appreciate it. It makes me feel happy when I see that number go up. And of course, smash that friggin' like button. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.